अस्सलाम वालेकुम डियर व्यूअर्स, अगर जानना हो कि ग्रामर की हकीकत क्या है, आओ देख ले इस वीडियो।
With the name of great Almighty Allah, the most merciful and gracious. My dear students and dear viewers, hope you will be fine and shine and over the moon. As you know that we have completed our EFL course, and from today we are gonna talk about grammar, and we will take a start of basic English language grammar. And I told you in the beginning, you should try to focus on speaking, don't concentrate toward of information. And inshallah we will provide you all information about the grammar and language in grammar class. And today, grammar is for learning any language. Then I'll tell you how it is very important for learning any language, and we will explain this whole thing here. So you should try to concentrate word of me. These are all things are very important, and try to focus on these. Today we are going to talk about basic English language grammar. We will focus three things here. One of them is English, second one is language, and the third one is grammar. First, let's take a start from English. What is English? English, you know, may be a person, may be a place, and may be a language. How? For example, there is an English person. You give a title that he is an English person. We say in Urdu, wo Angrez hai. And we say he is an English body, he is an English person. And same like there, for example, you have an English book. Then we say this is an English book. And place, for example, this is an English department, you can say. So these are all things you can consider that this is in English. Somebody they say that the English is a subject. No, it's not a subject just. You can consider it a language, you can consider it a subject, and as well language, place, person as well. So second thing, language. What is language? Language is a source of communication. How? For example, you want to go Arab, you want to go UAE. Here when you will go there, how you will talk to them, how you will communicate to them. If you have a source, then you can talk to them. For example, now I have the pen, this is the source of writing, now I can write by the pen. If I don't have the source, how I am able to talk, and how I am able to write something here. Same like that, here is the board. The board you can use for what? For writing, that you will write something there. And as well you have a pen, the pen is a source for writing. If you don't have pen, how you will be able to write something there? You are not able to write. Why? Because you don't have the source. Same like that, if you have source, then you can communicate to anybody there. You understand? Yes. Language. Let's come. Now we will talk about kinds of language. How many kinds of language? There are three kinds of language. One of them is spoken language, second one is written language, and the third one is body language. Spoken language, now I'm going to speak to you. This is spoken language. I can make you understand by what? By speaking. Okay. And the second one is written language. Whenever you want to write something there, this will be written language. I wrote all the thing there. So I used which language here? Written language I used. Do you understand? Yes. And third thing will be body language. Body language. For example, somebody that they're not able to talk has, for example, this body. His tongue is injured. He is not able to talk. He is not able to use his tongue. How you will talk and how he will make understand that the body. By what? By body language. For example, now I use body language. He's gonna get me. Yes. Why? Because I'm using body language here. Yes. Do you understand? Yes. Yes. So language has three kinds. One of them is spoken language. Second one is written language, and the third one is body language. Did you get this whole thing which I explained here? Okay. Let's come. Scales of language. What? Scales of language. There are four scales of language. One of them is speaking. Second one is writing. Third one is listening, and the fourth one is reading. Okay. Speaking and writing, you can consider it productive. What? Productive. Why? Because, for example, now I'm gonna speak, or anybody is gonna speak or writing something there. Now, for example, now I'm gonna speak here. and I am explaining this whole thing by what I'm speaking. Now I'm producing the things which I explain and which I wrote here. By what? By speaking I can product you. So you can product by what? By speaking. And here is writing. Whenever you write something, for example, now I'm going to write a letter, I'm going to write an application, I'm going to write an essay or story for you. Then I refer this thing to this body that you should try to carry it from here to there. Now he took this thing to you, and we can product this all thing which I wrote here on the page to you. By what? In written shape we can provide, and we can product you. And here listening and reading. Listening and reading. Whenever you listen anything from other body, for example, now you're sitting here, you're listening me, or you're reading you're reading the book, you're gonna get information there. You are receiving information from the book or from the body who is talking in front of you. Do you understand? So these both things will be what? Receptive. And speaking and writing will be productive skills. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
All of them? Now we'll talk about grammar. Grammar, a lot of definition here in English. Somebody they say that a principle and laws on the basis of which we can learn any language correctly is called grammar. Okay, you can define it right completely. Second definition, for example, a set of established rules of language is called grammar. But the easiest definition and modern definition, rules and regulations of any language are called grammar. Rules and regulations of any language are called grammar. Did you understand?
Yes.
Kinds of grammar. How many kinds of grammar? There are two kinds of grammar. One of them is prescriptive and descriptive. What is prescriptive and what is descriptive? Now we will talk about that. Prescriptive grammar means the grammar we study in schools, college, universities. Here, like for example, now I'm going to teach you this grammar. This will be prescriptive grammar. Why? Because now you are able and you are going to learn about grammar, where we will use, for example, present indefinite tense, past indefinite tense, future indefinite tense. All things you are going to get it here. So this will be prescriptive grammar. And the second thing, descriptive grammar, like for example, in the beginning I told you that grammar is not necessary for learning any language. You can get language without any problem, without any grammar. Why? Because you can observe Pakistani people when they go to UAE. Okay, the body who is keeping the snuff there, okay, and it's coming out from the snuff. The snuff is coming out from his mouth. In spite of when he goes there, he can get language in 3 or in 4 months directly. And in Pakistan, I was talking to somebody there in Arabic. Really, they were talking more better than scholar as well. One scholar is not able to debate with them in Arabic. How they can get without any problem? They don't know about the rules and regulation of Arabic language. In spite of they can speak well. Do you understand? How? For example, language doesn't need of any grammar. Yeah, it needs of descriptive grammar. How? For example, now I'm standing here. I'm gonna talk about, or I'm speaking Arabic language. You don't know about the rules and regulation of Arabic, where we will use zaraba, yazribu, zarban. You don't know about this. But the way which I'm talking, you can get me from my speaking. For example, I use the sentence Ta'al hina, Ta'al ilayya, come to me. Directly, you got it. You can say, but you don't know about the rules and regulation. How we can use it and where is it present indefinite tense, past indefinite tense, future. I didn't tell you, I didn't explain this whole thing. Just shortcut, I told you Ta'al ilayya. You got it. From where? From environment. So the grammar which you get from environment, it will be descriptive grammar. Did you get this whole thing which I explained here? Any question? If you have any type of question, you can ask. Come on. Yes. Okay.